Hi everyone, welcome back. It's my Swedish whiskey girl, and today we're going to try a Johnnie Walker. The one I have here is a gifted bottle, and it is this celebratory blend because the year 2020 was of course 200 years since Johnnie Walker kind of said to be started. Of course, Johnnie Walker was a grocer in Kilmarnock here in Scotland, and he was one of the kind of pioneers with blending whiskey. So I'm not really sure what goes into this, but it is based on their original Old Highland whiskey, their kind of first blend, I guess you could say. And it sits at 40%. Nope, it does not. That's what this is, why this is so interesting. I can't believe I've been managing not to open this for so long. It says a 51% ABV, which you don't tend to see in a lot of blended whiskies, of course, and not in a lot of Johnnie Walkers either. So I'm very curious about this one. I know I've had a lot of questions about it. I'm sorry it took so long, but I can't drink whiskey all the time. So I'm finally getting to it. I am really excited, and I keep walking past what will be the Johnnie Walker experience, hopefully. I still hope they're opening soon. And they were supposed to open last summer I believe, but due to everything that's happened, they postponed it. But I'm hoping that they will be able to open this year. With all the restrictions, I of course understand it's difficult, but every time I'm walking past it, it seems that, because they're only about a 15-minute, 20-minute walk from where I live, so I walk past them when I go into town, and the scaffolding is slowly coming away. And I've heard there's going to be a rooftop bar, and yeah, I'm just very excited about it. Everything that's whiskey related happening, of course, close to you will be exciting. And it's, yeah, it will be good to see what they're going to do. So, yeah, what was I going to say? I had something in mind. Oh yes, one thing that I was really excited about is that on Valentine's Day they revealed, so basically they've taken over this building that used to be, I think, the House of Fraser, is that what it was called? I wasn't really in there a lot when I was living in Edinburgh the first few years, but they have kind of remodeled this wonderful old clock that has little soldiers coming out, I think it is. If you haven't seen it, check it out, it looks nice. But they've restored it and they released it on Valentine's Day as kind of a nice little sign that even though the world's a bit crazy at the moment, we can all come together and kind of enjoy little things like that. But let's try the whiskey. We'll start by having a look on the nose. Another thing that when I thought about this one is that I really want to try an old version of Johnnie Walker from as long ago as possible, because I wonder how much the flavour preferences has changed to today. Because of course, if you're releasing a new whiskey today, you want it to suit your general audience palate, but I wonder how much that would have changed from back in the day when all whiskey primarily was peated, because that's the source you had to dry your barley and so on. But yeah. It has like a cellar funk to it, but also really fruity, quite tropical. There's something else, something flowery. There's a note in this that I also have in one of my perfumes, but I can't pinpoint exactly what it is. It's some sort of floral, but like a sweet floral note, mixing in with kind of green apples. And that kind of cellar note. I'm going to warm it up slightly because I do know it's quite cold in the room. It's quite cold outside, which means it's even colder inside. There's some sort of like almost sourdough, like proving sourdough notes, like slightly yeasty, but also bready at the same time. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's peated whiskey in this because you could add a little bit of peated whiskey into a blend to make it more balanced, but it has something like in the core of it, like the heart feels like it would be influenced by peat. It's almost, how to describe that? Sooty bark, is that what it's called? The outside of a tree? Bark in Swedish, I think it's the same word. Sooty, I don't know why the bark feels different to wood, but it does in my head. Does that make sense to you? Let me know in the comments. Would you say that a bark note in whiskey versus an oak note or a wood note in a whiskey would be different, and why would they be different? I'm just trying to, like, it feels more porous, is that the word? Like it feels like it would fall apart more easy, but it also feels like airier. Yeah. And there's that kind of tropical fruit sweetness. But let's have a sip. Sláinte Skål. I definitely think there's some peat in there. Don't know, that's kind of kicks out the most. Interesting. The first thing I got was that kind of a little bit of a bitter smoke, I would say, and then which felt slightly unbalanced compared to the next things that kind of washed over me, which was a big clean fruitiness, like a tropical sweet, almost candy fruitiness as well, like all the things mixing in together, and then almost a grassy note. Interesting. It does have a big fruitiness, definitely, and it's quite clear, the fruitiness notes. But then it also has a bitter note, which at first I thought was slightly unbalanced, but trying this kind of third sip, that big fruitiness is almost so big that you need the bitterness to kind of control it in a way. Or at least that's what it feels like. And in every corner of the flavour, there's this sooty bark. Slightly spicy as well, like grassy bitterness meets maybe a touch of ginger spice. Interesting. To me, this does have a character that I think would remind of, because the older whiskies I have tried do kind of remind me a little bit of this. Don't know if it's all in my head, but this is some sort of peat funk that you can't really pinpoint because it's not overwhelmingly smoky, but it's definitely, at least if you're looking for it, you can kind of sense the peatiness or the smoke, but it doesn't take over. It's a very interesting one. Slightly challenging, I would say. For some, definitely, I think it could be a little bit of a challenge for some people. I think it's definitely super drinkable at 51%. I don't feel a need to add any water to it. I do think, but this is where it's contradicting. I want it to be like this because I feel, and like I said, I don't have anything to compare it to now straight away, which I wish I did, but to me, this captures the essence of what that Highland blend might have been back in the day when that was a thing. So I do think it captures the essence of, I don't know, blending history. I am such a romantic, so this might just be my tender heart talking, but I kind of like that in whiskey. I want a story, and yeah, to me it's this is a little bit of kind of blending history in a glass. I guess their marketing really works on me, but I don't know, it's that kind of funk notes. And then you also have kind of the different aspects of probably all these different compartments going into it, which makes it feel slightly unbalanced and slightly challenging, but it also sits at 51%. And it is something that is a celebration of what has been. So I kind of want it to be that. Does that make sense? And I think the kind of the bitter element and that kind of what I think is a peat influence and a kind of sooty bark thing that binds everything together will be challenging for some that are just expecting a super fruity, easy to drink blend. This is quite complex in a way. I wouldn't say it's the most balanced whiskey you'll ever try, but I don't think it has to be all the time. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm definitely enjoying this. It's going to be interesting to see what Cody thinks of this as well. It will definitely be one that I keep sipping because it has a lot of flavour, and I also think it has different layers that you can pick at every time you sip it. Yeah, very interesting. I'd love to hear what you think. Have you tried this Celebratory blend? Are you excited about the Johnnie Walker Experience opening? Or perhaps there's another Johnnie Walker that I haven't tried yet that you'd like to see me review. Currently I also have the gold sitting at home, so if you'd like to see a review of that one, please let me know in the comments. Or if there's another one. I know a lot of people like the green and I'd love to try the green again soon. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. And of course, if you like the channel and you'd like to support me, I would be so happy if you'd consider using my affiliate links the next time you're shopping with either Master Malt, the Whisky Exchange or the Scotch Malt Whisky Society. All those links are in the description here below, as well as links to my other social channels if you're curious about those. I of course want to say a massive thank you to my wonderful supporters on Patreon as well. I'm so grateful to have you guys with me on my whiskey journey. And of course, if you liked the video, I'd be super happy if you would like to leave a thumbs up and maybe subscribe if you haven't already as well. But I hope you've all had an absolutely wonderful day. Sláinte Skål!